Hi everybody. Sorry it's been a little while, but here I am sitting in front of the fire. Thought it would kind of warm you up a little bit. It's cold and rainy outside today, so I decided to set a fire, and it's pretty nice and toasty. It really is. But I just wanted to share a little something with you. The reason I haven't been on is because I recently acquired being the women's ministry leader. It happened so fast. I didn't know, what to do, and I've been just trying to, get my schedule right and the things that I'm dealing with. The little pumpkin going to school for their first year, and then that. It was pretty amazing how it happened, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing God is, even when we don't think He is. What happened was we weren't going to be able to do the ladies' weekly devotion and prayer, and when I found that out, I was like, no, don't stop it, I'll do it. Not knowing that that meant I took over everything with the women's ministry in our church, which is fine. But the amazing part is without hesitation, I said, I held up my hand and said, I'll do it. Don't stop it. I'll do it. And with that, God inspired me with this amazing, amazing Bible study for the ladies. And it's about being in God's presence. And here's the amazing part, is when He inspired me for this, He gave me an outline. He said, these are the things or the subjects that I want to talk about. So I have an outline. The first subject was about faith. And then I had an outline of faith. So I knew exactly what each week was supposed to talk about and what we were supposed to discuss. Then He gave me the first study, and I wrote the first study. And I was looking down through the outline, and I noticed one which I knew what it was gonna be about, because God had already inspired that too. So I was trying to kind of skip ahead and, let me go ahead and get this written so it's out of the way, and then I'll work on the next. And I wrote it, and man, it didn't seem to jive. It didn't seem to flow. The content was good. It just didn't seem to flow very well. And I got a little frustrated, and I was like, okay. Well, the second subject, I was like, well, I know what I'm supposed to talk about, but I'm not inspired to write anything about this. And what do you know? God is faithful, and boom, He gave me something to write about. I'm not, trying to say this is for my glory. I'm trying to get you to understand of how awesome God is. See, here's the thing. He doesn't let me jump ahead at all with the study. When I do the study, I know what we're talking about, but I don't know the content of what we're talking about until the week of the study. And He has been faithful. Before I write, I always pray, Lord, you need to give me what you want to talk about, because I don't want this from me. I want this to be completely and totally Holy Spirit inspired. It can't come from me, because if it comes from me, it's never going to touch anybody. It's never going to be right, and people are not going to be blessed by it. It has to come from God. So yesterday, I was writing for this week's, and I started writing. I knew what it was about, and I started writing. And I struggled with it all day. I'm like, I just must be really tired, because we just got back from a ladies' retreat, and I'm tired. So I'm like, okay, well, that's what it is. Maybe I'll have to write it tomorrow. I don't know. And so I kind of put it up, and, and just, kept that prayer in the back of my mind. Lord, you got to give me something. I don't want to do this last minute. What do you know? 5 o'clock in the afternoon, boom, He laid it on me. And I didn't even realize what He was doing with the content. I was just writing what was being inspired inside of me to write. And I stepped back for a minute, and I'm like, whoa, look what He did. He tied all of the lessons we've been doing so far, and he wrapped it all up in this one lesson. I didn't try. It wasn't me. It was God. It was amazing to watch how he works. And you know, when he does the same thing in our lives, we may not see it. And it may not be at the time that we wanted, but it's God's appointed time. Because God's timing is perfect. God's plan is perfect. His will is perfect. As long as we put our trust and our faith in him to do what it is that he wants done. Because unless it's from God, it can't touch other people. Unless it's from God, it cannot inspire. So I kind of wanted to share that with you. Maybe someone needs that little bit of faith. When we're done with this lesson, with the whole lesson, I will get it published. And I will make it available to everybody, and I'll let you know when. But it's going to take the entire lesson before I'm done with it, because he only gives me 1 week at a time. But you know what? As it is, 1 day at a time, Lord, 1 week at a time. But he is faithful, and he has not once let me down. God bless.